Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I drop any video. On this channel, I teach strategies to become a profitable trader and have a better perspective about the financial market. So if you would love to join the group of profitable traders, click on the subscribe button and let's get to it. So in this video, I want to teach you guys entry confirmation to look out for when market gets to PO high. I've had a lot of questions from people that when they get to see their points of interest, they get to see their liquidity, they get to pick out their structure, what confirmation should they look out for? And personally, I am more of a confirmation person, hence why I don't set limits for my trade, especially with the volatility of the synthetic markets. I don't set limits for my trades. I wait for market to get to my PO high, and then I make a continuation with my entry confirmation. I don't just jump into the market randomly. Okay, so I want to teach you guys some of the entry confirmation I look out for in the market before I just jump into the market anyhow. So let's get started, guys. All right, let's move this aside. When we talk about entry confirmation, there are the things you need to look out for in the market that will confirm that this PO high is truly a valid PO high. I am of the saying that a PO high is just a reaction zone until the market gives a confirmation. I am more of that person. I see that a PO high is only our reaction zone until the market says, oh, I am ready to use this PO high for continuation. That is why I am of the belief that setting a limit in synthetic markets does more harm than good. So I'm just going to teach you and just take you through some of the entry confirmation I use. So I've made one video about entry confirmation before. I'm going to make another video right now, and it is going to be more detailed. Now, one of the entry confirmation I look forward to, so if we are in an uptrend and the market is forming to come into our PO high. Now, the first thing is I look into the ways market get into that PO high. I don't just watch market enter into my PO high impulsively. If it enters impulsively, there is higher possibility that the market is not going to use that PO high that you marked out. So first thing I look into how market gets into my PO high. So when market gets into my PO high, I expect something like this to form first. Then guys, grab liquidity or still move ahead to grab liquidity, then come back and hunt this low. This is one of my confirmation, guys. Once it hunts this low, then I look forward to enter into a buy. So let me just teach you those confirmation. This is still a structure I just draw. So the entry confirmation I look for. So if we are in an uptrend, the first confirmation you need to look out for. So let's take, we're in a downtrend this way, a market creates something like this. The first confirmation I look out for is where is the last break of structure of this internal structure, this minor structure forming to the downside. Where was the last break of structure? So this low is the last break of structure to the downside. I wait for market to invalidate that area and break it to the upside. Then I wait for market to get to this area and still do something like that also. Then I will make a continuation to the upside. That's one of my entry confirmation, but this is not what I use, but you can actually use this, guys. You can actually use this particular entry confirmation. It makes a whole lot of sense when you see it in the market and then you start using it. The entry confirmation, the next one I'm going to talk about is this one. So I'm going to use a downtrend for this scenario. So the second entry confirmation you're looking out for, let's redraw that. So if you want to continue in your sell, the second entry confirmation I look out for is this. Market creating a liquidity, come back to the upside, take out the liquidity, come back again to break this high, then we break this low. After we break this low, next thing I would want to do is to continue at this area for a sell move. And if market does not come to this area, market can just create a liquidity it beyond, then I'm going to use range structure continuation to the downside. You can watch my video on range structure on my channel. You can watch my structure video on the YouTube channel. So you can see we had a high, we had a low. This was the liquidity created for this range. So market broke it to the upside again. The market came back and then took out this low. Then we had a break of this high again before market came back to take this low at our PO high. And you can see the market did a lot of manipulation. Immediately it got to our PO high. Now this is because market knows that people are marking out that PO high as an area for their continuation. So what will the market do? It's going to do a lot of manipulation for traders not to tag along. So this is the second entry confirmation you should look out for when it comes to trading the financial market. Then another one you can look out for is this. So let's use an uptrend for this. So if you want to look out for your entry confirmation, just wait and then check market do something like this. That is if we have just minor structure here. You check market do something like this, then you wait for this high to be broken. You can see that we have a shift in market structure. So where will you continue your movement? Now, in most cases where market does not give an area where it's going to break here, what markets will do is that it's going to compress. The market will compress. It's going to come back a lot of time. It's going to start compressing. When it gets to this area, it will come back again. In fact, it might make a liquidity for itself. Then you will see something like this for a continuation. So this is the third thing you should look out for whenever you are looking out for your entry confirmation. This one, the first one is that we have just our break of structure, market created all of this movement to the downside. Then we have our minor break of structure to the upside. Then we also get our break of structure around this area. Then we continue to the upside. Then for this, we had a lot of manipulation at PO high, and then we continue to the downside. Then for this third one, the market got to the PO high, and then it's just made that little compression, and then we moved to the upside. So I'm just going to show you probably one of this on chart, and then we are good to go. So let's just see. Let's delete all of this. So I'm going to show you the second one on charts right now. The second one I spoke to you about, that markets will do a lot of manipulation getting into our PO high. I marked out this particular PO high some days back, and I was expecting market to get there. If you are a consistent watch, if you are a consistent student of my YouTube channel, you're going to notice that we had inducements, we had manipulation here, and every other things. Then our structure based and everything. You will know the reason I marked this place out as my PO high. Now, after we got into the PO high, you can't just jump into the market anyhow. So we had this high, I love confirming on my lower time frame. So I'm going to just put it on the 15 minutes time frame. Let's enter. In as much as I can see what happened here on the 2 hours time frame, but let's go to the 15 minutes time frame. That is where I love confirming my trades more often. I love confirming my trades on the lower time frame. All right, so this is our 15 minutes time frame. 15 minutes time frame. When market got to that area, I'm not just going to enter into the market anyhow. So what's the next thing I would want to do? I'll look at all the manipulation the market did here. So we had a high, we had a low, we had another high, then you can see that we had a break of this low. Check this, guys. We had a break of this particular low, and then market came back and took out this high to the upside. Then we came back and then we broke this low to the downside. Now, this is when you are authorized to start looking out for your sell area, because this is a confirmation that we are already at PO high and market should use internal structure to continue to the downside. So you just look out for another PO high in this area, and then you watch market give you that area of movement. Okay, let's look at another one. Now you can see we got into this area of interest here, which we have as this. The market got to PO high here, which is the breaker of this internal structure here. Now when market got into this PO high, hold on, okay. When market got into this PO high, what was the entry confirmation that was seen here? You can see we had movement to the downside, we had a move, we had another move to the downside. So this was the last break of structure to the downside, and this is the high that broke this structure. So we are not expecting market to take this high. I'm not expecting market to take this high, but market took out the high. So what is the next thing you would want to do? You would notice that immediately the market picked out that PO high, it came back for a re-entry here. Market came back for a re-entry here for you to continue to the upside. You can see this is the first one that we had discussion about, which is the break of structure, just normal break of structure, our normal break of structure, and then a continuation. Now, this is the second one we spoke about. The second one we spoke about on the higher perspective. We had a high, we had a low, different manipulation. We had a high, we had a low. Then market came back and broke this high. And after breaking the high, it came back and broke this low. You have to be patient before you can use the second entry confirmation. You have to be really, really patient, because it might take some time before market comes back to break it, and it might take some time for market to get back into your internal structure for a continuation to the downside. So you just have to learn all of these things. Then another thing we had here was our shift of structure, shift of market structure here. We had shift of market structure here, and after the shift, we had a break to the downside. After breaking this market to the downside, you can actually get to continue from this area to the downside, which is the third one we spoke about. We had shift in market structure inside our PO high. Remember, when you are inside your PO high, you should be looking out for possible things markets are doing and possible things market is actually giving to you to enter into the market. So this is our shift of market structure. We had shift of market structure here. Then the validation of this shift of market structure was when market broke this low. And after market broke this low, what is the next thing you would want to do? You just enter when you get to a PO high here, you mark out a PO high here, and then you continue to the downside. We had the PMS to the downside, market came back to a PO high here. We had another break of structure to the downside. Market used this range continuation to the downside. This was a break of structure to the downside. Market came back to this PO high. And then on the lower time frame, you're going to see that we had a break of structure to the downside. Still, market came back, inside that PO high. It gave a lot of re-entry at this particular area for us to continue to the downside. But if you're very, very patient, if you're a very patient person, you just wait for market to break this low. Once market breaks this low, because market can just give a break of structure to the upside, come back to this area and then make a continuation and still come back to break this high. It is very possible. We work based on probability in the market. So you should expect anything. So market can come back to this area and then continue to the upside. But if you do not get an entry confirmation at this area, I do not see a reason why you should be buying. Why? Because market is already at the higher time frame PO high. So what you're looking forward to is to sell. So you just have to get a confirmation entry for market to continue to the downside. Market gave SMS here, and then we continue to the downside. Now, this is the proper break of structure to the downside. You can just look for an area here for you to continue to the downside. For instance, I'm going to be picking out 2 PO high around this area, but market has not given intent to even come back to this area at all. So we wait for market to give intent to come back into this area. But the first PO high I'm going to be marking is here. That is if market gives me an intent to come back into this area. Remember, this high did not get into our PO high. And if you've not watched my video on PO high, please check it out. It's really going to help you in picking out your PO high. And then the second one I'm going to be marking is around here. So definitely I'm waiting for market to give an intent before I expect the market at this area of the market. And that's going to be all, guys. Keep living in the atmosphere of profits. Bye, guys.